Hey, what's up guys, Reda here. Welcome to research report number 15 already. This time we're going to do it on POLYMESH. This is a RWA narrative crypto project. Well, before we continue, always read the disclaimer for your own safety. Let's dive in. So, POLYMESH. What is POLYMESH? So, POLYMESH is a blockchain designed specifically for creating and managing security tokens, often called the Ethereum of security tokens. Security tokens are digital assets representing ownership, dividends, or shares in a company. This was also in the news a couple of weeks ago, right? Security tokens. I think the Feds want to experiment, with this. So POLYMESH uses the S20 token standard, right? So POLYMESH uses its proprietary S20 token standard, which is optimized for security tokens and is similar to Ethereum's ERC20, but better suited to regulatory compliance. So, subject to regulatory compliance. So POLYMESH prioritizes regulatory compliance, aligning with the SEC and other standards to ensure that security tokens created on its platform are legally valid and safe for investors. So good to see so far. So how does POLYMESH actually works? So companies use POLYMESH to develop security tokens, with developers earning the POLYX token as they create and deploy these assets. Also, legal delegators ensure that tokens meet regulatory standards, a critical process for validating security tokens, for which they are compensated in the POLYX token. Identity verification, so KYC providers conduct user identity checks, complying with regulations that require verified identities for purchasing security tokens. So I'm gonna be off the bat here. This is not a decentralized project. This is a centralized project, right? They focus on regulatory. They want to become for the SEC. So if you're looking for a decentralized project, POLYMESH is not for you. So, how is POLYMESH doing on social media and where can you find them, right? So POLYMESH has their own website called polymesh.network that you can check out. They also are pretty active on Twitter. They don't have that many followers on Twitter. I forgot to show it, but they have around 30k followers, so they're pretty under the radar. Their latest tweet was a partnership with BTCC Korea, agreement on RWA and tokenized securities, which is really promising, in Asia as well. So narrative, like we already said, House of Chimera, it's a Twitter account that does research as well, and you can see POLYMESH is there, with the big RWA guys like TradingView that we did a video on, Mantra, Ondo, Reserve, and the POLYMESH is also there, and they of course they have a unique feature, the all about securities, right? All about securities, and like POLYMESH says on their website, create, manage, and trade tokens on a leading public permission blockchain purpose built for real world assets. So that's all about RWA if you go for POLYMESH. So, tokenomics. Well, the good thing about POLYMESH is all the supply is already released. They chose to do that. They have no more fasting that I've read. Couldn't find much about it. So you can already see no fasting because all tokens are circulating. So I think they're gonna do some token burning here and there, but there's nothing to say about the fasting because all tokens are available on the market. So investors, I couldn't find that much. So I don't know how reliable this website is because normally I do use CryptoRank for my research, but the only thing I could find is that apparently, right, they raised $150 million back in 2022, which was a grant. I don't know from which investor this was. As you can see, it's an undisclosed investor. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say like this is all, you know, speculative at this point, right? I've read, some numbers was 1 million, 2 million, but here it says 150 million, which, it can make sense about the project they want to do about security tokens. They're gonna need a lot of funding, right? So that's regarding investors. Also, we have exchanges. So POLYMESH is pretty much available for everyone. So it's available on Binance, it's available on KUCOIN, a bit like in Korea, and also crypto.com for people in the United States. So POLYMESH is pretty available for everyone. So market cap and revenue. POLYMESH is a mid cap, as you can see. You can see the FDV. Um, like I said, all tokens are in circulating, and that reflects the fair, the value. As you can see there, market cap is labeled as a mid cap. All-time high was around 780 million, so that's like 3x from here, 2 to 3x from here. So that's regarding the market cap. Of course, POLYMESH is not making revenue at the moment, right? Because that's pretty logical. It's a new project, but how can they make future revenue? Well, for example, they can charge fees for token issuance and compliance verification and identity verification services provided on the platform. Also, they can offer enhanced compliance support and regulatory tools for companies issuing security tokens tailored to meet specific jurisdictional needs. And also the last one is, they can form partnerships with financial institutions and enterprises licensing the POLYMESH infrastructure for use in private or consortium blockchains focused on regulated assets. So they have a lot of ways to make money, and also the fees on the blockchain itself. So conclusion. So POLYMESH enables regulated security token creation and trading. Also, they have a three-layer structure, ensures compliance, legal oversight, and reliable blockchain functionality. And of course, the POLYX utility itself, so the token itself, is used for development, compliance verification, and identity verification on POLYMESH. So all pure RWA narrative crypto coin. I forgot to add some pictures here underneath, but it is what it is. So thank you guys for watching the FA part of the presentation. Now we're going to move on to the TA. Thank you. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the TA part of the video. Well, as you can see, this is the chart of POLYMESH. POLYMESH got listed on KUCOIN in 2023. As you can see, it had a classic accumulation pattern and had its wave up, during the RWA hype. Uh, their biggest surge was on the 19th of May 2024. They did almost a 3x from the bottom, and since then, of course, with altcoins, losing their strength, of course, POLYMESH is not gonna be, there to, to hold up. So since then, it had a huge dip all the way down to those lows from January to 15 cents, as you can see here. But since then, it has been holding up and it's been going sideways and respecting some levels that I've drawn. So you can see some inflection points, right? This wick from December 2023, which is being used as a resistance, as you can see there. And then, of course, this little zone here between the candle close here from December 2023, and then the wick. I made it as a zone. If I zoom in, you can see here it got used as support. You only drop below once, right back in August. Can you go down below again? We have elections coming up and stuff, sure. But for now, this has been proven to be a level where buyers step in. The last time you went this low was in September, the beginning, and then you regained all the way up to 28 cents, and that was a gain of 50%. So how would I play this? You can try to get an entry right back at that zone. So if I open my my long tool right here, so I would maybe enter here, right, with of course a 5% stop loss. If I do something like this, and I would target certain levels, right? I would target around 23 cents, target 25 cents, and then target 28 cents, because 28 cents is huge resistance, as you can see right there, even in the past. So this would be a a trade that you can take, right? Maybe some more of a dip, like this. It goes in, and you enter here, and then you gotta move like this. Let's say you don't want to wait for that long, right? Then you can also do something like this, right? You can enter a little bit above at 19 cents and have a stop loss just within the zone, like about 5%, a little bit lower. Or you can just enter, right now if you want to at 19 cents, but you're gonna have to watch out because there's a lot of volatility, incoming this week from Bitcoin. So how does it look EMA wise, right? So EMA wise is still underneath the daily 10 and the daily 21. So that's why I was saying you have a lot of time still to to get yourself into Polymesh if you want to, but you want to wait for something like this, right? The daily 10 curling back up with the daily 21 as well, and then price at least regains that midline of 20 cents, right? And then slowly by slowly making higher highs, higher lows, and then breaking 25 cents. So that's what I'm looking for, regarding Polymesh. Also, another entry is a regain of the midline, right? So if it can recover 20 cents, then place a stop loss underneath, and then go for it, and then you can target 25 cents, 28, 29, even all the way up to 31 cents ish for Polymesh. But all with all, just a classic chart with a huge impulse back in March, uh, accumulation since July, and looks like a pretty decent entry point right now. You have a couple choices, right? Enter maybe a bit deeper or enter right now. Of course, always have a stop loss, and that was it for the TA for Polymesh. See you guys in the next video.